The man who cannot focus is already enslaved. Seneca. You scroll for hours. You tell yourself it's just 5 minutes, but somehow the sun rises and your mind feels empty. You've consumed 100 voices, but remembered none. You've laughed at 1,000 jokes, but can't recall why you opened your phone. In the silence after the screen fades, you realize something terrifying. Your attention is no longer yours. In this video, we're going to talk about focus, the one thing modern men are quietly losing, and the one thing every Stoic believed defined true power. Because in today's world, your attention is the battlefield. Every swipe, every notification, every trending sound is another spear aimed at your mind. The ancient Stoics warned us about this, not about TikTok, but about the chaos of distraction. They believed that a man who cannot direct his own attention cannot direct his own life. So today, you'll learn how to take back control of your mind, using the same Stoic principles that forged unshakable men 2,000 years ago. Problem: the modern struggle. Let's be honest, focus is dying. Most men can't read a full page without checking their phone. They can't finish a workout without opening Instagram. They can't work for 30 minutes without switching tabs. It's not weakness, it's conditioning. We live in an attention economy. Apps are designed to keep you hooked, using your dopamine as currency. Every swipe rewards your brain, and over time, your mind becomes trained for short-term satisfaction, not long-term purpose. This is what I call TikTok brain rot. It's not a joke. It's the slow erosion of your inner strength. You feel it when you try to focus and your mind panics. You feel it when silence feels unbearable. You feel it when discipline seems impossible. And yet, this isn't new. The Stoics faced their own version of this battle. They called it the war for the mind. Development, philosophical depth. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That single line contains the antidote to modern distraction. Because what Stoicism teaches isn't just mental calm, it's mental sovereignty. To the Stoics, your attention was sacred. It was the gateway to your soul. They believed that every moment you give away your focus to trivial things, gossip, vanity, chaos, you weaken your will. Epictetus warned, "If a man surrenders his mind to what he cannot control, he will be a slave forever." When you let your phone, your feed, your impulses dictate your actions, you are no longer a free man. The Stoics saw freedom not as political liberty, but as mastery of one's own mind. And that's exactly what modern distraction steals from you. It convinces you that your attention is worthless, when in truth, it is the essence of your power. Contrast, the Stoic alternative. Imagine a man who wakes before dawn. He sits in silence and writes down his thoughts. He reflects on what he can control and what he cannot. He plans his day, not by tasks, but by virtues. That man lives by design, not by distraction. That was Marcus Aurelius. Now imagine a man who wakes up, grabs his phone, scrolls for 40 minutes before even standing up, and spends the rest of the day reacting to notifications like a puppet on strings. Both men live in the same world, but one commands his time, the other is commanded by it. That's the contrast Stoicism offers. Either you master your attention, or the world will master it for you. 6. Modern application: how to reclaim your focus. So how do you rebuild focus in a world designed to destroy it? Let's turn Stoic philosophy into practice. 3 principles, ancient and powerful, that will help you regain control of your mind. 1. The dichotomy of control. Ask yourself constantly, greater than, is this within my control? You can't control how addictive the apps are, but you can control whether you open them. You can't control the algorithm, but you can control your time. When you feel that urge to check your phone, pause. Remind yourself, this impulse is not me. You are not your craving. You are the observer behind it. That awareness breaks the chain. 2. Voluntary discomfort. Seneca practiced this daily. He would deliberately fast, sleep on the floor, or wear rough clothes to train his mind not to depend on comfort. You can do the same today. Take cold showers, leave your phone in another room, work without music for 1 hour. Every act of restraint is an act of freedom, because when you choose discomfort, you regain control of your attention. 3. The practice of stillness. Marcus wrote in Meditations, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." You don't need to meditate like a monk. Just sit still for 5 minutes each morning. No phone, no noise, just breathe. This simple, the turning point. There's a moment that every man faces when he realizes how much of his life he's wasted on distraction. That quiet dread you feel when you realize your phone has become your master. That's not guilt. That's the awakening Marcus wrote about. He said, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Most of what fills your mind daily isn't necessary. It's noise. The Stoic way is not about quitting technology. It's about reclaiming your willpower within it. The real battle isn't deleting the apps, it's conquering the impulse. Because the moment you can stand in the storm of distraction and remain still, you've become the kind of man the modern world can't manipulate. That's what the Stoics called freedom. 8. Historical example. Marcus Aurelius. Let's go back 1,900 years. Rome is in chaos, plague, war, betrayal, and yet, in his tent at night, the emperor Marcus Aurelius writes quietly in his journal. He could have drowned in politics, in gossip, in distraction. But he wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Even as the most powerful man on earth, he fought the same war we fight, the war for focus. But he built a fortress within his mind, a place no distraction could breach. You have that same power. You don't need to be an emperor. You just need to rule your own thoughts. Here's the truth. You can't escape distraction, but you can out-discipline it. You can live like a modern Stoic, focused, grounded, and unshaken, in a world that profits from your chaos. Your phone, your notifications, your urges, they will keep calling. But each time you choose silence over noise, purpose over pleasure, action over reaction, you carve your own path toward mastery. Focus isn't a gift, it's a muscle, and Stoicism is how you train it. Final challenge. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, delete one app that wastes your time. Replace it with 5 minutes of silence every morning. Journal like Marcus did. Ask yourself daily, what deserves my attention today? Reclaim your focus. Reclaim your mind. Because the man who controls his attention controls his destiny. Stay disciplined. Stay stoic.